My name is Emily Cullen, and I'm the Mescal UL50 Poet in Residence at the University of Limerick's Creative Writing programme. Together with students from the MA in Creative Writing, we're delighted to bring you a series of Espresso Shots of Thought, a project we began last year to explore poetry and poetic process. What inspired me to devise these short segments was a quote by British Indian poet Daljit Nagra, who said that poetry is an espresso shot of thought. So we invite you to relax and enjoy an insightful jolt of poetry from the University of Limerick.
Love set you going like a fat gold watch. With this remarkable simile, contained in the first line of her poem, Morning Song, Sylvia Plath famously opened her iconic collection, Ariel. My name is Sharon Guard, and in my Espresso Shot of Thought, I'm going to explore Plath's imagery in this extraordinary poem. Let's look at the entire poem, Morning Song, now. Love set you going like a fat gold watch. The midwife slapped your foot soles, and your bawled cry took its place among the elements. Our voices echo, magnifying your arrival. New statue. In a drafty museum, your nakedness shadows our safety. We stand round blankly as walls. I'm no more your mother than the cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow effacement at the wind's hand. At night, your moth breath flickers among the flat pink roses. I wake to listen. A far sea moves in my ear. One cry, and I stumble from bed, cow-heavy and floral in my Victorian nightgown. Your mouth opens, clean as a cat's. The window square whitens and swallows its dull stars. And now you try. Your handful of notes, clear vowels rise like balloons. Morning Song is one of Plath's most popular poems. Though haunting and dark in places, it traverses also the intense joy and universally relatable worries of first-time motherhood. Throughout Plath's work, the imagery she uses is striking and unexpected. The everyday is given new perspective, colour, form. With the skill of a painter, she plants pictures in our heads, juxtaposing nature with human-made paraphernalia, inviting us to see the chameleon essence of the everyday. The imagery in Morning Song is particularly vivid and gorgeous, perhaps a result of heightened awareness, a desire to see light, to create a beautiful space for the child she's brought into existence. The opening line, love set you going like a fat gold watch, exudes hope and happiness as her child is sundered from her and launched, ticking into the world. Your bawled cry took its place among the elements. As soon as stanza 2, however, she's treading the ice of anxiety with the cold image of a new statue deposited in a drafty museum. She echoes the worry of every mother. Your nakedness shadows our safety. Indeed, by stanza 3, distancing has crept in, and she declares, I am no more your mother, as she casts her child wide from her, and then brings her back with a powerful metaphor, cloud that distills a mirror to reflect its own slow effacement at the wind's hand, as if now realising what she has done, perpetuated herself in a different form, and is fearful the bond will destroy her. Much of this poem resonates with my own experience of first-time motherhood. The sudden knowledge that the child within is now without, that to care is not to control, that children have a journey to complete, that your love has only set going. The fear that this wonder of life is so fragile, can so easily be destroyed, stopped. I remember myself lying with my son in his cot by my side, my hand resting on his chest while we slept, as if my will alone was the thing keeping him breathing. All night, your moth breath flickers among the pink flat roses. Plath's own vulnerability and grief at her morphing body and self is achingly clear in stanza 5. close view of her newly realised inescapable tether to domesticity. I stumble from bed, cow-heavy and floral, in my Victorian nightgown, is stark against the long view of the window square, whitens and swallows its dull stars. All the world is reduced compared to the luminous tether between her and her child, who reminds her of their separation in the last epiphanous line. Your hand full of notes, the clear vowels rise like balloons. Ariel was written in the final years of Platt's short life, when she was immersed in motherhood amidst marriage breakdown, when she described her children consistently in her poetry as roses. Other poems, such as Kindness and Balloons, hold beautifully elucidated truths, but for me, Morning Song perfectly echoes all the beats of the wonderful and terrifying experience of creating another person, the realisation of the enormity of the seemingly everyday occurrence and the responsibility it brings.